Romancing the Dungeon is a softcore D&D podcast about heroes navigating their daily lives while looking for love in a world full of peril, monsters, and heartbreakers. This show is intended for mature audiences as it contains adult themes. Wait, I thought this shit was PG-13! Content warnings for specific episodes can be found in the episode description. I paid some girl I met on the street to do the recap, so I don't know. Here you go.
I know you're here. You might as well show yourself.
All of the tables are empty bar one. Miss Meadowmoon, I am Adam Maniac. I know where you are. I know who you are traveling with. Give me the Copper Rabbit, or their deaths will be on you.
I'm so sorry.
Is everything okay?
No, I've put us all in danger. You guys have been threatened. Everyone I care about has. I need to leave.
Clodagh Meadowmoon,
Yes.
we've been sent by Lilith as an envoy to escort you back to the Grove.
Clodagh, there's an awful lot happening around the Grove.
Is everyone okay?
It's pattering on you. There's a sickness. Clodagh, you watch as kind of Nana faffs around the room. She's cleared your grandfather out like he was being a nuisance. He wasn't. He wasn't doing anything. He was just dozing on a chair. She's doing one of those things where she's talking, but she's not talking to you. She's folding, but she's been folding the same kind of blanket for the last few minutes. We're doing all we can now, right? I don't want you thinking you have to charge in blazing, Clodagh. Anya and Patter will be fine. We've the best. Well, no, we don't. Aster's not here.
Okay, but what happened? Like, what is it?
Look. We think it's the rot. It's stronger now, and
affecting people.
Yes. Well, we can't tell. As good as we can guess. That's it. And I've tried to reach out to, but she's probably traipsing around half the bloody Grove with that pig-headed brother of yours.
But why isn't he here? He doesn't know?
Oh, well, let's just say he didn't lick it up off the floor. Apparently, you and him have so much in common that you both just love darting out the Grove with nary a word to anybody, but with vengeance on his lips. Though, I don't know. He ripped out of the place in an absolute thunder and storm, looking for a bit of vengeance. Ouch. That's a young man's game. That's a young man's game. And I said, Noel, that's not for you now. You're old. So he'll be grand. He's fine as well, but. And again, she goes back to folding.
So, like, what are the symptoms?
A bit of a fever. Your mother was complaining of a really bad headache for a couple of days, and then her joints got sore, and she's not really moving a whole pile.
Is it contagious?
Well, it's kind of a bit outside my. I barely paid attention to what Aster said half the time, Clodagh. Like so, and I'm kicking myself. I'm absolutely kicking myself that I wasn't listening more. I don't know, Gerline. Your father has it. But I don't know if that's from him and Anya kissing or sharing the same air or spoons or the water or the air. I don't know. I'm as fit as a fiddle.
Yeah, I can see that. Thank the gods.
Well, there's a couple of deals I made there as well, but sure. They'll be all right. that mopey fella, do you know?
Trip?
Yes, him. He brought you here. And I sent it. No, he had to go right back out. He's searching the riverbanks for a herb that we're using to kind of just stave off the worst of the symptoms. We're keeping an eye on him. I know they'd love to see you.
Yeah.
I know that'd probably lift their spirits a bit.
Yeah. Where are they?
And then, as you ask, there's just a knocking on your bedroom door.
Anyone home?
She's gonna just wrench the door open and pull him into a big hug. I'm so glad I found you.
Yeah, I didn't get a hug, but fine, I'll just stand here folding her blankets.
Oh, hi, Clodagh. Hi. Oh, ow. Oh, hi. That's pretty tight.
Sorry, I'm just so glad to see you.
I'm really glad to see you, too.
What? Do you know what's going on?
Oh, yeah, kind of. Well, sort of. Ever since you were here last, we, the rot, it seems like the tree was sort of holding the rot at bay, and now that the heart is gone, or the piece of heart, it's sort of infecting us. And as kind of Trep steps back, you notice that like he has like a scarf kind of wrapped around the lower half of his face. He seems to have done the fantasy fabric equivalent of masking up.
Good for you, Trep. You can take some inspiration.
Oh, nice.
Safety first.
And he's holding in his hand a sort of small but rather ornate box, and he puts it on a little dresser and flips it open. And inside, as he turns to Nana Menemoon, he goes, "So I found some tears of the lily, and I've sort of been trying to infuse it with a little bit of verbena and tea leaves, so that you can either use it as a sort of diffused mist, or drink it as a tea, or maybe just mix it with oils and create a salve, or I don't know what the best way to combat this is, but if it's in the joints, then I feel like maybe one of my teas is try it all out, I guess. I just hope it works."
Nana kind of, without kind of acknowledging either of you, she does go over to the box. You see her she's picking up the flowers, like the petals. Is this all you're able to find?
Trep's ears sort of flop down a little bit, as if he's sort of that kind of expression where you kind of scratch the back of your head, but it's just the back of his long ear scratching, and he goes, "Yeah, I'm sorry. The river and I thought there'd be more, but there's just not."
Oh, I'll be having to word with your river. Huh? Look at the absolute bruises on my poor Clodagh. She's a peach. She's an absolute peach.
She got me home.
She bruises as easily, and then she pinches the underside of your arm, Clodagh. See? Pinched, bruised.
Look, we need to find Aster.
Oh, I don't know. I think he caught whatever you had, Clodagh. A case of the travels.
It's not my fault people want to leave here.
Oh, let's see. I'll make a list, shall I? You left, you came back, you left again. Aster left, Oisin's left, so were the Grove Guardians left. The only one that stayed is this absolute useless feckhead.
Well, he's not useless. He found
Not him, your fucking grandfather. Jesus, and she's pointing at Noel.
Poor granddad.
Yeah, and Noel does kind of reach in to take the box. I'll be down in a minute, Noel, there. You get the old kit going and I'll be down in a minute. He's very good.
Yeah, Clodagh's just going to give her granddad's arm a squeeze and then say, Where are Mom and Dad?
Ow. He bruises as well. You got that.
It's hereditary.
Before he goes to say anything, Nana cuts in. We've set up a bit of a medical tent out in the square. We're trying to keep everybody together.
Well, should we go?
Look, I have to go and see what I can distill from the flowers. So, Trep, be a good lad. Take Clodagh across the square. Now, you're going to need to do your best, Clodagh, to not really, to suck it up, basically, right? Brave face, pack it all down, no tears, Nothing, right? The last thing I want is your mother and father absolutely losing it because you're losing it.
Okay, I'll do my best.
And she goes to pinch again. Yeah. We'll see to that now. You will. I'll be out when we're finished.
Okay.
I'll bring you there, Clodagh. It's not far. It's just, and Trep thinks back to the sort of potluck festival, maybe one of the last times the Grove was collectively together, and the difference in tone between a day of celebration of people's skills and abilities and what they bring to the community, and knowing that most of those people are now suffering greatly. And he takes a moment and has a big sigh, and he slowly unwraps the scarf around him. Clodagh, if you want to wear this, I'll use, I can use one of my ears, and like a big floppy ear just sort of wraps around like a scarf on Trep instead. You'll just have to speak. Ow. Oh, okay. Well, okay. I can hear my own voice. This isn't good. His ears kind of straighten back up.
Hold on. No, it's okay. And she's going to rummage around in her room for a scarf.
Yeah, you do. I just finished tying it in there, but sure, throw it all around the
I'll
place.
fix it later.
She's definitely home, man. Expecting her to pick up after, as always. You do. You find it's a scarf that your mother gave you. One of the hobbies that Anya Medamoon definitely has ADHD, because the amount of hobbies and things she goes through, and she did go through sort of a dip dyeing and scarf making phase. It is one of those sort of it's tie dye, but it's sort of like deep sort of plum autumnal colors.
Love that. Very chic.
And yeah, you're able to kind of fashion it around Clodagh, like to kind of copying Trep a little bit in that it's sort of covering your nose and your mouth, and you you're both just heading outside.
Yeah, a little hop, skip, and a jump.
Has this been happening since I left? Like immediately?
It was slow. At first, people were feeling a little more lethargic, and there was a brief moment there when, before we realized how serious it was, they were calling it a case of the Treps. But yeah, then it spread pretty rapidly, and we still don't know why. It's not like, your family's connection to the Grove, maybe there's something to do that, but we're all connected to the Grove, and well, I guess there's some benefits to keeping my distance.
Do you think you're immune?
No. I just think it's maybe slower to set in.
Well, hopefully if we find Esther, we can, fix it.
Is that what you're thinking? Find Esther?
Well, I wanted to find him for other reasons, but now I'm kind of thinking I should expedite that process.
Yeah. I can see why. Esther would know. Esther's probably seen it all.
Do you think maybe you'd come with me?
If I did, then Nana would lump me in with people who left. But if I didn't, well, I might catch whatever's going around, so yeah, I'll go. You'll need someone who knows these woods. They change.
I'm aware.
Oh,
thanks, Trip.
Of course.
I think if it's fair, this conversation was kind of happening as the pair of you were heading down the stairs and out the door.
Yes.
Clodagh, it is a kind of late into the afternoon. You don't know how many days it's been since you left the Dragon's Back Mountains. You know that there was at least 2 nights have passed. The urgency you had on the mountain to decipher the prophecy is now taken over by this sort of panic about the sickness. and the need to find a cure. Now finding Aster means two things. Hopefully deciphering the prophecy. More importantly, saving your world, saving the people that you care about, or some of the people you care about the most. For the first time in a long time, as you head out into the market square, which is just kind of, the Meadowmoon house is just off the square. And on the other side, you do see that a ramshackled tent, ramshackled in the sense of it looks kind of dilapidated, but it's a couple of tarps that have been stretched out over logs that have been kind of fashioned to make this sort of space. It's much bigger than you had imagined. That's the first thing that you notice. The second thing that you notice is how quiet the grove is. There's always something. There's always someone. There's always a song, whether it's one of the grove inhabitants, whether it's bird song. There's always a sense of life.
Mm-hmm.
And now there is just this heavy quiet that just weighs as you step out.
Trev,
Yeah, Clodagh?
exactly how many people are sick?
We stopped counting.
Her heart just sinks. Take me to my parents, please.
You don't have to... You're just back. You don't have to rush in.
I should see them.
Okay. Do you want me to go in with you?
Yes, please.
Okay. And Trep will walk to the side of the tent that he remembers the meadow was being on, and using one of his long floppy ears to sort of parts the tarp. Because of their status in the grove, we've sort of given them a little area to themselves, is what Trep says, but what he thinks is because they're so bad, we've separated them from the others. So we've just sort of made sure they're comfortable.
She just kind of nods gently and heads in.
As Trep pulls back I say flap of the tent, it's actually just a large leaf. Now that you're closer, Clodagh, of course it is. Like, of course the people of the grove are using the grove, what they can find, what they can use, what they can weave with nature. That brings you a brief moment of sort of comfort. But as Trep pulls the door back and you step inside, you see so much sickness. And it doesn't seem to discriminate. Young, old, a person's makeup doesn't seem to deter it. There are just as many Harangan sick as there are satyrs, as there are furbolgs, as there are wood elves. You see a couple of Grove Guardians are sort of moving bed to bed, and they've tried to keep families together. And you see entire families on makeshift cots. The strongest of them still trying to help tend to the sickest. The Grove Guardians that are still standing, many have sort of done away with most of the uniform that they have to wear, using parts of it to cover their faces, cover their nose, cover their mouth. They're trying to administer as many different types of healing salves and balm to people. As you move through the throngs of the sick, your mind goes back to the last time you came back to the grove, and you recognize so many of the faces lying there. People who were so keen, so eager, so curious, so bloody nosy to know what Clodagh Meadowmoon left for and why Clodagh Meadowmoon had come back. Nobody seems to have the energy to react. And you do cross some of the Grove Guardians as they're kind of moving from bedside to bedside. They do give you a nod. One young woman, a wood elf, she does kind of, on seeing you and Trep together, she turns from the she's sitting at a small table. You can see that she's trying to sterilize some bandages and kind of is mixing up a couple of batches of different sort of bombs, and there is a heavy vapor coming from the table, but also this sort of herbal smell emanating from her. You both recognize her as Darla Riverstone, a Grove Guardian. Would have been in Astra's school the same time as ye, while ye may have eagerly, left at the end of the day when the bell rang and Astra declared lessons were over. Darla was kind of that little bit more studious. He loved roaming the woods and the fields of the Grove. She loved learning. She kind of looks up as she kind of turns to face you. You see that her arm is in a sling. A trip, Clodagh. It's wonderful to see you. Are you here for your mum and your pup?
Yeah. How are you doing?
I'm holding up. Still a little sore from. Yeah, well, you remember, and she looks out kind of to the back of the tent, and you can kind of see that she's kind of looking in the direction of the route. She would have been one of the Grove Guardians that at the very start of the fight got swatted by the Heart Eater. Still a little sore, but all hands, even if it's just one, are needed. Clodagh, they've told you about Padder and Anya.
They're sick, yeah.
They are, Clodagh, but they're very sick.
Out of game, is there a visual rot? Is it like leprosy kind of?
Give me. I'm not. I tell you what. I'm not even going to ask you to give me an investigation check because you've seen people kind of coming in. A lot of the people will say closest to the at the entrance. They were kind of thrown down. They looked sick. They look like anybody that you would see on a hospital ward. She was just kind of lying there and kind of recovering.
Flu and yellowy, yes. And yeah.
But the further back along this you go, you see that a lot of the beds are actually covered. They're shielded. There's something draped.
Okay.
I just you should ready yourself.
Okay. I think she's still kind of naively assuming that it can't possibly be that bad.
They're in a lot of pain, and we're doing what we can. Your father.
Mm-hmm.
She kind of steps to the side to let you pass, and then she just kind of puts a hand on your shoulder, Clodagh, and she kind of gives it a squeeze.
Yeah, she's going to take a kind of a big deep breath now in preparation because it's the seriousness of the situation is kind of starting to set in, and the last thing she wants is to kind of recoil when she sees them it's worse than she thought.
You step past Darla. You move. You see that there is like a large, heavy curtain kind of hanging from the ceiling. As you pull it back, you see that there's 2 beds, and there's a little cabinet, there's a little wash bowl, there's a couple of chairs. Lying sort of still on the bed closest to you, you see your father. His eyes are shut, like he's just, like he looks like he's sleeping. Blankets are pulled kind of right up to his chin. And again, you see kind of across his forehead, there is kind of one of those bandages that Darla had been kind of applying that ointment to. That ointment is pungent, like it's kind of almost, it's stinging at the corners of your eyes. Just on the other side, half set up, turning to face you slowly, you see your mother. You see her face light up when she sees you. And you just see that all down along the right-hand side of her face. Her skin looks charred. Like it looks like it's been burned. But it's black.
So it's kind of similar manifestation to the rot in the root.
Yeah, it's that same sort of black ichor, but this looks solid. Maybe if they were fevers, they'd be kind of, boils or sores. This isn't the case. It looks like stone. Like, it looks like she's turning to stone. Her eyes kind of light up. You just see kind of like tears kind of start to stream. She goes to kind of almost instinctively kind of move out of the bed.
No. Stay. Hi.
You've come back.
I told you I would. Well, I told Nana to tell you I would.
She did. She told.
Okay, I'm here.
Are you home?
Yeah. I might have to help Trep find Aster. And she kind of looks at Trep, like, back me up here.
Whoa. Oh, yeah, okay. Been played for a fool.
But I won't be gone for very long. Just enough time to get you help.
Your father and I love you, Clodagh.
I know. I love you too.
You should go.
Okay. Can I get you anything before I leave?
And she just shakes her head.
She'll try and help her settle back into the bed and get comfortable. I don't know if that's even possible with how she is.
As you approach, you see that the reason she's sitting up, most of her body is bandaged. Her chest, her arms. When you kind of even put a hand on her, she can't quite pull away. And under the bandage, you can feel the skin. It's as cold as stone.
Sorry.
You are too much like your father. Don't. And you see she winces as she takes a breath. Do anything dangerous.
Okay. I won't.
Promise me.
Yeah. Trep will see she crosses her fingers behind her back.
Clodagh, promise me you'll come home.
I will.
And stay.
Yeah, I will.
Trep, just kind of behind you, Darla steps in. I'm so sorry, Clodagh. I need to change their bandages.
Yeah, no problem. We were just leaving. She'll move around the bed and just kind of lay her hand on her dad's leg and then move out of Darla's way.
Just before we leave, Trek will take a knee beside Mrs. Meadowmoon and sort of gently whisper, "Hey, Mrs. Meadowmoon." And his fingers aren't crossed. I promise I'll bring her back. Safely. I swear on my life.
Clodagh, give me a perception check. Or, yeah, I know your passage perception is 17, but your mother's a sneak.
Also 17.
You hear her take kind of she struggles to take a kind of a full breath. And Trep, as you kind of kneel kind of down next to her and you say this, you hear her whisper, "She should marry you."
Oh.
And Clodagh, you clearly hear your mother more or less give you away to Trep.
Now I'm really getting fucked by the river.
That river's gonna moid you.
I'm going to drown.
How am I going to explain this to the river? There's 7 little river kids.
Those are just pools.
Orangutans breed fast, Declan.
Little oxbow links.
Hopping around the place.
Stop it.
That's not canon. The trap and the river aren't going steady.
She's trying. Yeah, Darla, seeing you kind of stepping in, she lets you have your moment, and then she kind of puts herself kind of between you and just gives you both kind of that, like a nod, just like kind of like goodbye, and then she kind of turns to start swapping out bandages and stuff.
Clodagh, I don't have anything tying me down here. As soon as I get a couple of things for the road, I'm good to go when you go. And I hesitate to say this, but I think time is of the essence.
I agree. There's just one thing I want to do first. I need to see the route.
There's a flash, knowing that your passive perception is 17. There's like, you see a little, like, I was about to say twiggle. Twiggle's not a word. Like a twitch wiggle. A twitch wiggle of his ears.
Yeah.
A twitch wiggle.
Wrong in ears twiggle.
You see Trep's ears twiggle, which you know is he would often get that way if it was a pop quiz in school. It's a quick giveaway for fear. But he steels himself and says, I'll go with you to the route so that you're not alone.
Clodagh and Trep, kind of like, it is that thing as you make your way kind of back out into the square. You see the path, you see what remains of the route, the large sacred tree that kind of acted as the center for the grove. It was a community hall. It was sometimes that's where Astra would take classes. It means so much, or it meant so much. It was the focal point of the village. Sundered in the attack by Quillo and Sekhmet and the Heart Eater that had been freed from its ancient slumber. Clodagh, in this light, you see what's left of it, and it's as if a storm tore through it. It barely looks how you remember it. Lots of its branches that would have kind of hung over like a canopy for the village are gone. They are lying in fields. They are dead and rotting. And as you both kind of stare down the kind of the windy little path, you hear the front door of the Meadowmoon house open and then shut, and there's the clanging of bottles. Oh, that wasn't very long, was it? Huh? Oh, she flights in, she flits out. That's our Clodagh.
No, actually, Darla wanted to change their bandages and she didn't think that we should be there for that.
Riverstone? That quack?
So she seemed pretty knowledgeable to me.
She's all right.
She definitely paid more attention in class than I did.
Well, that wasn't bloody hard.
Well, someone was distracting me. She looks over at Trep.
Whoa. Trep.
Trep's been proverbially thrown into the train twice now.
We're going 3 for 3.
You see Nana and Pop Meadowmoon are like, he's standing kind of just behind her, and he's holding a kind of a crate with like lots of little bottles in it. Are you fixing on going to the route?
Yeah, I thought maybe it could be useful to take a sample to Aster.
Oh, right. Well, do you know what? 2 birds, 1 stone, as they say. Or is it 2 stones and 1 bird? I've always got that slightly confused. You chuck a stone at it, then you just need another stone to just make sure it's definitely down. Pop goes to like correct her. I was thinking about what you said. Aster, now, he probably has an idea or two inside that massive noggin of his. Finding him not a bad idea, Clodagh. And I think I might have the thing. Do you still have that flower?
Yeah.
All right. If you're going to the route, I'm going to need you to go find a couple of bits and pieces of mine. You bring them back, and I think I've got a way of us finding Aster pretty quickly.
Okay. Well, do you have...
Oh, you go first, Clodagh, sorry.
Do you have a list?
There's just the one thing. There's lots of things in it, but there's just the one thing. You know that, like, lots of we all every family kind of has a little vault, like a little like precious things are kept there under. Look, I have a secret stash. Okay,
I was waiting for it.
Twist my bloody arm. Padder wasn't the only one that knew about the underground, and there's a couple of other passages that I think you might be able to find. It's just you need to go down again, and there you're not going near the route or any of that bloody stuff again, but there is a couple of other rooms down there that, well, I would use every now and again. A few of us would, just to keep an eye on things. And I've got a few bits and pieces down there that could be useful in this situation. There's a lovely little box that has my name on it. You fetch that, and I'll be able to maybe fetch us Aster.
How big is the box?
You're a big girl now, Clodagh. You'll be able to carry it. Don't you worry.
Okay, but you said it's a little box, but then how big is it?
And she it's about, and she holds her hands out, and then it's a little bit, and it's a little chest.
And it has your name on it.
It has my name on it.
Okay.
And don't tell anybody.
She looks at Trap. Okay.
Nana, when we come back with your secret stash box, should we be good to go straight away? Basically, what I'm asking is, should I go get my bits from my place now, bring them to the route, and then we're good to go as soon as we retrieve your chest of things?
No, you owe me 10 gold pieces. See, I told you, she makes everybody leave the grove now. Everybody's going. Look, even this sad sap's gone.
He's not a sad sap.
Oh, sorry, no, he's a sad fella.
He's not sad.
Sap was the only compliment part of that, given we live in the grove, and sap is a source of nutrition.
I meant the other version.
Oh.
Look, go get your bits and bobs, whatever it is that you think would be useful to yourself. Whatever you want to do, whatever you see yourself fit. Clodagh, when you get into the route, you'll have to try and get to the back just before. Do you remember the well? The root well?
Yeah.
Yeah. There. Third brick down, give it a kick.
Okay.
And the rest of it will make sense.
It rarely does with you.
It really does with you. And she just fixes you a look. I don't think this traveling's doing you any good. You never used to talk back like this. Right. Well, I've got to get this distilled healing potions to Darla Riverstone. And no, make yourself useful. And he does. He saunters past her. Get your bits, get your bobs, get my chest, and we'll figure it out. Of course, Nana Medimoon saves the bloody day again. And she does. She saunters off with Pop Medimoon towards the medical tent.
Clodagh, if you just wait here, shake of a lamb's tail, I'll be back in a moment.
Okay.
Trap moves faster than the wind to his house. We once again remember he is a monk. And he's back, and he's changed, and he has any bits he needed from his house. He's now in what I had to think of at the start of this is like, what would he wear when traveling? I think it's a nice cotton white shirt, some pants, suspenders, and a duster coat. Why not? That seems cool.
Wow.
Bless you, Ben, because you think you're about to get out of this unscathed.
Oh no! My house! My precious house! Don't you come after my grove?
You hop, skip, jump, and bound in the direction of your house. As you make your way kind of through the market square, kind of leaping and bounding kind of down the little side streets, Clodagh kind of disappearing behind you. You go to take the corner, and it's just that you jump a little too high. Clodagh, you just kind of over like a low roof, you just see Trep half a somersault, twirling flip, but he's clearly losing control of himself because he's going too quick. And what should follow normally is the familiar sound of splash. Oh, that was perfect door closing time. It is that thing of like Trep and the river. It's a splat.
Oh.
Trep, as you hit the side of the riverbank and you tumble down into wet mud.
She mad.
Okay.
The river has run dry.
Oh, I'm gonna find you two, wherever you've gone. If we find Aster, and we find a cure, and Clodagh stays, and we get you back, then the grove is the way it should be. I miss you, River.
Oh.
You scramble up out onto the riverbank, covered in a little bit of mud. And you make your way towards your house. Grab the bits and pieces that you need. You change your outfit now because you were covered in muck. You saunter back to Grace.
Oh, I forgot I kept you here too.
Wait, so who am I in that other place?
Doppelganger.
So confusing.
Another one.
You saunter back to kind of Clodagh again with a little speed underfoot, but your mind kind of goes back to the river and the fact that it has vanished. And the pair of you are standing in the market square.
Well, Clodagh, in the interest of transparency, it's not just to find Aster that I'm going. The river is there some days, helped you get here, and not there other days. It's not as steady as it used to be. And I just want to make sure it stays.
Okay. I'm happy to help.
That would be nice.
We should head to the root. I mean, we killed the Heart Eater. Should be pretty uneventful.
Sure, Clodagh. Sure.
You delusional sap.
Who's the sad sap now?
No, you're sad. She's delusional. The both of you kind of just head down that road. Lots of different paths in the Grove Village kind of lead to the center, to the root. As you approach Clodagh, it does. Your heart weighs a little heavier because that tree, like it's older. Oh gosh, it's older than Nano Metamoon. Like it was older than Aster. It's older than anybody. Every single day of your life, when you stepped out, when you looked out the window, you stepped out the front door, you could see it. Everybody could see it. And then now it's gone. And you see that some of the entranceway has kind of collapsed. You see where the Heart Eater's corpse body dissolved into the earth. You see that the soil is black with the rot. You see that nothing seems to be growing. That the lessons you learned about the nature of life and death, the cycle. From death, life emerges. This doesn't seem to be the case. And the root doesn't seem to be healing. It doesn't seem to be growing. Both of you give me perception checks.
Ew. Wow. Sorry. I saw yours.
Yeah, mine's pretty good. Mine's 24.
Well, mine's 22. It's not so bad.
Jesus Christ.
Give me
This marriage will never work.
More. Give me 2 points more. Whatever she gets, I want 2 points more.
It's so quiet, and kind of just for the last while, you've only just heard your footsteps kind of like on the ground. Inside both of you can hear... You can hear something moving. Here's what both of you get. Clodagh, you can hear a little voice calling out. Oisín! Oisín, are you in here? And Trep, it's not so much... You don't hear a voice. You don't hear anything like that. But your Harangan ears are picking up vibrations.
Do I recognize the voice? She has spoken to me before, hasn't she?
A part of you does, yeah. And you remember, she did come to you to say that, you gotta go deal with this.
Clodagh's gonna put her hand out to stop Trep. So, have I ever told you about the spirit of the grove?
I don't believe so.
Well, there's a spirit that lives in the grove, kind of is why we can only come and go if we're allowed, and she protects it for the most part. Obviously, with the shard gone, that job is significantly harder. Anyway, I don't really know her that well. She has a better relationship with Oisín. I think she's inside. So if I'm talking to someone when we get inside, I'm not talking to myself.
Or me. So
if I was talking to you, you'd know.
I just don't want to answer in case you're talking, if you're kind of like, what's going on? And I jump in and actually you're talking to this. So if you could use, say, trap or something.
Okay, I will.
Thanks, Clodagh. The trap has a little moment where this vibration, just a few moments, and it's not even conscious. It's just subconsciously. He's like, huh. In case you can hear me, nice to meet you.
There's no answer back, Clodagh.
She's kind of shy. Clodagh's gonna tentatively step through the opening and just be like, hello?
And Trep, are you kind of following behind, or are you...
Yeah.
It's not a tight squeeze, but you do... I mean, this was just kind of an open entranceway. There was no doors or nothing. It was just part of the route that was open that people could kind of walk through. A lot of it has kind of fallen in, so it's much more narrow than you'd be accustomed to. And as you both step through, you are taken back to the night of the potluck and the terrifying presence of the Heart Eater, of the battle with Quillo and Sekhmet. Clodagh, you cut through those memories, those unpleasant memories, and as you call out to her, you just hear back, "You don't sound like Oisín."
Well, that's because I'm not. He's my brother.
He didn't tell me he had a brother.
I'm his sister.
Do you know where he is?
I think he's gone outside the grove for a little while. I'm not sure exactly where, but he'll be back.
He told me to wait here, and he said he'd be back, but that was a long time ago.
Can I determine where the voice is coming from, or is it kind of all around?
It is kind of echoing around, but not so much because, again, like I said, the route has kind of collapsed in on itself, and what was that open kind of community hall, you can definitely tell that it's coming kind of from deeper within that space.
Mm-hmm.
And but before it was kind of a straight walk in and around. Now it's sort of you have to kind of climb over debris and collapse chunks of wood. It's not as easy as before.
When I think of it, I kind of imagine, like the inside of the Deku tree.
Yeah, kind of actually. Yeah. Yeah.
But obviously a lot more calamitous now.
Mm-hmm.
Or chaotic.
Less giant spiders.
Yeah. Well. Yeah, she's going to kind of... She doesn't want to startle her, so she'll kind of gently make her way over as gracefully as possible to where she thinks the noise is coming from.
Trep, is there anything that you're doing at this point? You can hear Clodagh kind of talking or calling out to... Well, you don't hear anything.
No, I think I'll probably just be following Clodagh, and maybe because of my Harangan mixed with monk-ish.
What a visual.
Yeah. Monkey hair powers activate.
Harangan mixed with monk-esque abilities, finding the safest kind of debris to hop and kind of almost guide Clodagh to anywhere that wouldn't be too precarious. Okay. So I'll just act as a sort of safeguard at the front.
It is that thing where you still have to kind of follow the corridor, and the corridor spiraled around the route. Clodagh, as kind of Trap kind of points out to you, go there or helps kind of move kind of something that's overhanging, you can kind of see now into kind of a wider area, like part of that community space. That's kind of where like your mom would have had exhibitions of her work, and other residents would have like come in to like show off what they were doing, or Nana Metamoon would have had her bitch and stitch group. She said she never sewed a single thing in her life, but she did a lot of bitching.
And relate.
You do see somebody. You see small child, white silver hair, and just this kind of white little smock of a dress, and she's just standing there, and her back is kind of turned to you, and she's just looking around.
Clodagh's gonna hunker down and just be like, "Hi."
Yes?
I'm Clodagh.
And she goes to turn, and she's only able to move her head slightly to the left.
Are you okay?
I can't. Where are you? And like she's trying to turn.
Clodagh's going to move around her.
As you kind of move in closer, Clodagh, you see that she's standing next to that little well that you're... Again, it was just kind of where it was like a water source that people could go up and kind of fill a cup. She's standing next to it, and she's kind of got one hand on the wall. And as you kind of come round, you see she's almost petrified.
This is what I was afraid of. She kind of restrains a gasp. Hi.
Oh, you're Oshin's sister.
Yeah.
Do you know where Oshin is?
No, not right now. But he will be back.
I don't like it in here.
Yeah, well, Oshin's gone to find someone to help us fix it. We're looking for Aster. And we're gonna get it all fixed up.
What are you doing here?
I came to get something from my Nana.
Is she Oshin's sister?
No, she's his grandmother.
Oh. When will he be back?
Really soon.
Give me a deception check, please.
No. Oof. 8.
You're lying.
Well, I'm not really lying. I just don't know exactly how long it's going to be.
You're just like Oshin.
What?
He lied too. He said he'd come back.
He will.
And he left me here. He left me here, and he left me with the monster.
What monster?
Trep, give me a perception check with advantage.
Yeah, I had a feeling the vibrations had changed. With advantage?
Yeah.
So, might need it. 16 on the first, and then 19.
You've continuously felt these vibrations. And it's at first, it's a thing, it's this constant thing. This must be the thing that Clodagh was talking about. But now that you're kind of standing here and you're listening to Clodagh, you can and you're not helping her, you're not guiding her through anything. The vibrations aren't just kind of filtering out, it's not coming from a source. It's not whatever Clodagh is talking to. The vibrations are moving. They're not fixed in one spot. They seem to be. Sometimes they get stronger, and then other times they move further away. There's something here.
Clodagh, we're not alone. I don't mean something good, I don't think. But if we want to find Esther, I think we should move pretty quickly.
Oh.
Get the chest, get out, get a sample, and leave here.
Clodagh is nodding vigorously. Aisling, I promise we will help fix this. And she's gonna kind of scramble over to the well. I can't even remember what Nana said. Third brick down and kick it.
There's a lot of bricks, so you do a lot of kicking, Clodagh. You're pushing in a bunch of them, all the while Aisling kind of is just looking at you, and she doesn't move. You can just see that most of her has become petrified. You push in the brick, and you hear sort of stone slide against stone, and a wall in the root just opens, and a waft of air just kind of comes rushing up, followed by a hissing sound.
Oh, that's not good.
And we'll leave the episode there. You've been listening to Romancing the Dungeon with Eilish, Ben, and me, Declan, your Dungeon Master. Our theme song, Fight for Each Other, is by Stephen Tynan and Abby Soiree. Podcast title card artwork is by Dahi C Designs. It's 2026. I can't say it's the kickoff of a new season, but we're, well on the way to season 3. This is still season 3. I hope that if you're listening to this over the weekend at the start of the year, that you are looking forward to a full calendar of TTRPG events. If you want to see what D8 Dungeon are doing, if you want to keep up to date with what we're doing here at Romancing the Dungeon, make sure you check us out on social media at D8 Dungeon, or you can head on over to our Discord. There is a link to that in our episode description. I have a truck ton of things I'm working on over the next couple of weeks and months with some phenomenal players near and far. from us here in Ireland. I want to very quickly just mention that if your New Year's resolution was to, hey, I'm going to review more podcasts, or I'm going to leave more likes and shares and stuff like that, we would love it if you took 2 seconds to just give us a quick thumbs up or leave a review wherever you're listening to us. And if you do tag us on social media, if you do post on your social media about the show, then make sure you tag D8 Dungeon. And you never know, you might get an episode shout out, you might get completely and totally overwhelmed by all the outpouring of love from us. Who knows? Until then, and until that inevitable love crush thing happens, have a brilliant January, and we'll see you in 2 weeks' time. Yep. Are you recording?
Did he actually say ooh?
Walks back out the door slowly.
Stinking nerd in here.